You are still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. My name is Michael Obodu. As you can hear in the ambience here, very angry foreign nationals here venting their anger with the exercise that is currently ongoing. You know, there's been a lot of back and forth between Guta and the foreign nationals over the fact that they are not supposed to engage in retail trade in the country per the country's laws. The Committee on Retail Trade is foreigners in retail trade is basically locking up shops of persons who do not meet the requirements to operate their shops. As you can see, a number of the shops have been closed up. Over there you have officials of busily locking up the shops with their own padlocks to ensure that they are not opened even after they leave here. You see the police officials here and some officers of the immigration all over, ensuring that the exercise is thoroughly done, and every shop that does not meet the criteria to operate is closed down. After each of the shops are closed, a notice is pasted on them indicating that that shop has not, the owner of the shop has not met the requirement to operate and hence has been locked. So we are within the Tiptoe Lane area, and the exercise is currently ongoing by the Committee on Foreign Trade, and at the back there is an exercise where they're closing up some of their shops, asking the members to close their shops and provide their documents. Now, some people are by themselves closing up their shops. As you can see over there, the gentlemen are closing their shops. But this exercise hasn't been without resistance by some of these foreign nationals, as a number of them are saying that they have regularized their documents, they have paid every tax that they ought to pay to the GRA, they have their resident permits, and they ought to be allowed to operate their shops.
Don't close the shop. Why? After paying, we want them to close the shop. Why will it be like that? See, this is Ghana Revenue Authority. They came and assessed each and every shop that we're supposed to pay. Then we went and complied according to what they asked us to do. This is the documents. See the names of our members that have paid. Now they are coming again to lock the shops. That is why we want to know the reason they are locking the shops again. They are not giving us any tangible reason, no reason that they are locking the shops. We should go, I don't know where they want us to go again. We have a list. On all our members that have complied. Let them check the shops of those that have complied. That is what we are interested in.
So as you're hearing it, they're a very frustrated foreign trader. So he's been asked to close up his shop. And according to him, he has regularized all his documents, and they still do not understand why their shops have to be closed.
No, you keep me up today. Okay. You keep me up today. Okay. You keep me up today. Nobody don't flag me. Leave him. You give it a shot.
So now, as you can see there, a foreign national refusing to have his shop closed down. And as you can see there, the police are trying to get him out of the shop to close it down. And there's a scuffle going on. There's a scuffle going on. Some pepper spray has just been used on him. And tensions are heightening here. The nationals are refusing, the foreign nationals are refusing to close their shops. They are refusing to close their shops, and tensions are increasing here. It's becoming very aggressive. The foreign nationals are refusing to have their shops closed. A number of them have entered their shops and are refusing to come out. The police is forced to use some force now. I can see an officer here with a cane whipping a national. And now it's getting very aggressive. It's getting very aggressive. Now he's being dragged by the police. We are not sure where they are taking him to. And Those are some of the foreign nationals expressing their disappointment and displeasure with how one of the women was being handled here. And the situation is getting out of hand, but the officers here are doing their best to ensure that the shops are locked despite the resistance from the foreign nationals. Now, this is the woman here who has been forced out of her shop. She's in a state of confusion. It's in a state of confusion. The husband of the woman who was handled is here venting his anger, very disappointed at how his wife has been handled, and he's getting closer to. He's talking to his wife.
Why you come to beat me? Why you come to beat me? Did you see me touching your wife? Did you see me touching your wife? What do you mean? I will keep it today. Leave that. I will keep it. I will keep it today. I didn't touch my wife. My wife.
It's getting more aggressive. It's
Break that woman. 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 Mother, come outside.
Because of the shop, I'm miscarriage. I am miscarriage because of this shop. I'm better as a headman. And you tell me,
The foreign nationals are expressing their disappointment with how the woman was handled. Apparently, she was pregnant. And there you saw her husband there, very frustrated and infuriated.
If you beat up the woman without asking her the pepper, why? This nonsense will end today. I don't know why this. When a president wants to talk to matter, I don't need to. Why? Huh? I just to go. Simple. Papa is here. Why beat my wife up? 3 months pregnant. Then you want to keep quiet. I will not keep quiet. I will not. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The Nima Divisional Commander just arrived on the premises, and he is obviously here to supervise work and ensure that his men carry out their duty to the fullest. And yeah, as you can see, he's approaching one of the shops where the woman who was earlier somewhat manhandled is still lying in her shop. He's trying to interact with them and get them to cooperate and ensure also that the shops are locked up at the end of the day.
Why must you use it? A pregnant woman 3 months ago. Why must you use it? Why must you use that spray on my wife? Why must you? Why must you? Naked her. I think it's not the nakedness. Naked her. I didn't want to. Are you lying? Is it true? Officer, ask her whether it's true. Yes.
So give me your word. Should the police send her to hospital or you want? So I say the police should send her to hospital or she will be here. That's a simple question. Should the police send her to hospital or you send her to hospital? Because I wasn't here, so I'm not able to determine whether indeed they used tear gas, pepper spray, whatever it is. But it is a doctor who can tell what exactly happened.
Examine my papers. My papers are complete. Let them examine my paper. That's the issue. My papers. I have a children. I have a miscarriage because of this issue. Let them examine my papers. That's my problem. Let them give my papers. Examine it for me. Examine my papers for me. My papers are there complete. I don't see the reason why they come and lock my shop.
Come back to Nima police station. Let us go back to the minister. Those of you who have regularized your business stay, I don't have any problem with that. You go and show it because I understand a few of your people have regularized this and their shops were never tight. Talking about completeness of papers, I'm not in the position to tell whether it is complete or not because the GRA will have to do its analysis. Other related agencies will also have to. I don't know which of them you have here, whether it is the GRA, but others are also there. So find out whether you have met all the requirements or not. Yes, because it is too premature for you to conclude that you have met all the criteria. I don't think if you have met, they will still go ahead and then lock the shops. You let us lock down the shops. You have a delegation. The delegation should come and see me at Nima maybe tomorrow or Monday, so that I also refer them to the Minister of Trade, because he is the final authority. He will examine the documents. If everything is intact, I believe he will order that the shop be open for you.
The Nima Divisional Police Commander is trying to interact with the foreign nationals and get them to cooperate with the exercise. He's trying to appeal to them to come out of their shops so that the exercise can be undertaken. But while this is going on, leadership of the Nigerian Traders Association have arrived and they'll be addressing their members soon.
Please, be quiet. Don't react anything. If they come to check, let them check. If they say you should close, close. I'm going to inform everybody now. We are going to the highest authority. The president will hear this. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo will also hear this. His Excellency Buhari will hear this. We are taking it at that level now. We have done our best. I know some of you have paid your taxes. I have seen it. I have seen the documents. You have registered your businesses. There are so many ways of registering business, and everybody should know. Even the Minister of Trade should tell me and agree with me that there are so many ways of registering business. And whichever one you have registered and you are paying your taxes, if they think is not correct, they should tell you the next thing to do. I think the problem is 1 million. If it's 1 million, then we'll see whether you have it. If you don't have it, then you now have qualified to go home. But I think they also have taken other rules, like immigration rules or laws that say that if you stay in a country of Ghana for 1 year, you're qualified to be a citizen, or at least have a permanent stay, if you'll be able to meet some criteria. They have not checked that now. And I tell them I have qualified, and some of you have qualified as well. But if they don't want to do it that way, they prefer you going home to Nigeria. There's no problem. You can't force yourself to them. You cannot be forced to live in Ghana. We are not threat to this country. The trade union are not threat to Ghanaian public. We are law-abiding citizens, and we are legitimate and business owners. Anything they think is a problem we are causing, they should come to us. Let us sit. This issue of cut and join, I think that is over now.
It appears the message from the leadership of the Nigerian Traders Association may have sunk in well with its members, as they seem to be cooperating now and allowing the exercise to go through. Their shops are now being closed, but this time around with no resistance whatsoever. You're still watching the Citi Newsroom on Citi TV. We have with us here the PRO of the Trade Ministry. Please tell us, how has the exercise been so far?
For me, it's been very successful because we're here to lock up shops and we've been able to do so. If you check, you'll see that most of the shops have been locked. Let me admit that initially we had some resistance and you were here and you witnessed it. But I'm sure that after some time, decency prevailed and the shops have been locked. Their leadership have intervened and they've seen the need for why we are doing what we are doing. Today, let me be honest, our presence here was not to check for whether anybody has met any criteria. Our presence here was to lock up shops that we've identified not to have complied. This is not the first time we've been here. And that is why you realize that we've been at Abosokai from Monday to yesterday, Wednesday. Whilst we were there, we did not lock up any shop because that's the first time we've been there. So we were only there to check for their regulatory compliance documents. Similar exercise will be done as you have witnessed here today. But we've been here before and we've given them enough notice. So we're expecting that as we come here today, those who wanted to fulfill the regulatory requirements would have come to our offices long ago and shown us evidence that they've complied.
Okay, now the shops have been locked up. What is the process now for them to get back, get their shops open again?
The process now is for them to come to my office with documentation of proof that they've registered their business with RGD, they've complied with GSA, they've complied with GIPC, they've complied with Ghana Revenue Authority, they've complied with any regulatory institution I have told them that they need to comply with, and the shop will be open for them.
Right now, finally, what systems are you putting in place to ensure that these shops are not open tomorrow when you leave here?
We have put our locks on them and the locks have been labeled. Let anybody dare open them and we'll show them that the laws of this country must be respected, and we have law enforcement agencies who will do their work.